everyone, welcome to Chalchitra Talks. I'm Vaani, and this week I want to recommend one of my personal favorite books, Dear Zari, by Zarghuna Kargar to all of you. Zarghuna Kargar was born in Kabul. Her family fled to Pakistan in 1994, and then they sought asylum in UK in 2001. There, she got an opportunity to not only present but also produce a BBC radio show called Afghan Women's Hour. This book is sort of based on the same weekly show. So it was a weekly show. Har hafte, a new Afghan woman would come forward and share her true story with the listeners, irrespective of her political, social, economic background. This book contains 13 short stories. One of my favorite stories is that of Shireen Jan. Shireen Jan is married into a family as blood payment at the age of 9 after her father murders a man. Blood payment is often used to settle disputes. Let's suppose your father murders a man and you are a young girl. So you will be married into the family of the murdered man to produce an heir to settle this dispute, to repay the debt. And the same happened to Shireen Jan. She was married into this family where she was beaten, she was thrashed, she was fed only leftovers. She was not allowed to bathe, she was forced to sleep in the stable along with other animals. She was spat at, her clothes were torn. And despite all this, when Zarghuna, Zari, visits her after 40 years or so, she's not as unlucky as other women because at least her in-laws did not force her to sleep with her husband until she hit puberty. Around the same time of this interview, Zarghuna's very own relative, who is hardly 11, is getting married as blood payment after 40 years of what happened to Shireen Jan. And this made me realize how eye-opening a narrative Dear Zari is. You think such practices no longer exist because of your privilege. This book also made me realize that culture is the rock of a society. But if not checked properly, or if not checked from time to time, it can soon become a quicksand. Also, I have been using this app for a couple of months now. It's called Audible and it is a storehouse of audiobooks. From self-help to some rare classics to bestsellers. It contains audiobooks to most of the books. I discovered it when I was struggling to finish Becoming by Michelle Obama. I eventually ended up listening to the audiobook on Audible and I realized how convenient it is. You can listen to the book when you're in the kitchen. You can listen to it when you're driving from point A to point B, or even when you are exercising. Also, there is a 30-day trial period that is available for Audible right now, and we have shared a link in the description box below for the same. Coming back to the book, Dear Zari not only uncovers the reality of a life we think cannot exist or no longer exists, but it is also a testament of what human resilience can look like. I hope you liked this week's recommendation, and if you did, you can subscribe to Chalchitra Talks. And I will be back again with another recommendation next week.